So this morning I wanted to share this sunrise with you. We're in the Chesapeake, we're leaving the Solomons, and I'm probably not saying that right, and we're heading over to Annapolis. And this morning, why we're heading over to Annapolis, I really thought about that last night. We got to meet with John and a couple getting ready for the loop, and it was very emotional for me to think about Annapolis because I just remember being a kid, really small, let's say 10 years old, and I could tell you how poor we were and stuff like that. But every once in a while, my mother would buy us something. She was a cocktail waitress with 3 kids at the time and a single mother, and every once in a while she'd buy us something. We go to this place called Thrifty Drugstore. I don't know how many of you guys can remember that, but oh my God, that sunrise is unbelievable. We did about a 5:30 departure this morning from the Solomons Beacon Marina, and we're heading over to Annapolis. And the reason I did that 5:30 departure this morning is because I wanted to take advantage of the current. And I get full advantage of the current all the way over to Annapolis by leaving at 5:30, because that's when the current started to change, and it's in my favor. So that's why I'm doing it. Anyway, so we go to Thrifty, and my mom says, you guys can all pick out, something, it was like $1, she let us spend $1 or whatever. And I grabbed a magazine, a Trawler magazine. It was, like Power Boating US or something like that. I had that magazine for years, actually. I kind of regret that I let that magazine go. But that magazine, I read that thing from back to cover, forward to back, everything. And I think that's when the dream really started for me. So, probably about 10, 12 years old, 13 years old, somewhere around there. We were living in Vegas at the time. And I just remember getting that magazine and, just reading it. Beverly, go right. Reading the magazine. The reason I sent her right is, and you probably can't even see it, but there's a little flag right there, and so there's something in the water right there. Anyway, I remember getting that magazine, and I just read it from forward to backwards, and I had it for years. And eventually, someday, I thought about, I could sail around the world, and I didn't know how it was all going to work out. But being in a trawler, I thought, wow, it's a little bit different, and I know there's fuel costs and stuff like that. But it was like my lifestyle. It was like what I thought I would love to do. And here I am, 58 years old, in the Chesapeake Bay, heading to Annapolis. So even if that's the only accomplishment I ever completed on the loop, it would probably be enough. It really would be. But we're going to continue the loop. Even though, it's hard, it's not an easy life. And the traditional loopers, today I'm going to do a video on go fast or, go home, on these trawlers here, because, the traditional looper has that 40-foot Carver or Sea Ray, and they usually have those twin 400 Cummins engines in them. That's a pretty popular setup. And at any time they can do 25 knots, where we can't do that. We're restricted to about, my top speed on this boat would be about 8 knots. That's it. My cruise speed is about 6.5 knots. And so, man, look at that sunrise, just unbelievably gorgeous. Just, oh my God, it doesn't get any prettier than that. And so heading into Annapolis here, and I want to talk about it later too, is the go fast boats, because we ran with Rumwild for about 1,000 miles until they broke a strut on their they had a 41-foot Carver, and talk about the advantages and disadvantages of the go fast versus the very slow trawler. And one of the big advantages is fuel, obviously, but he was able to get like 1.5 miles a gallon out of that thing, and they pretty much run a little bit faster than us. About 8 knots is what they seem, about 10 miles an hour, 8.5 knots, somewhere around there. That was probably their cruise speed. And they would run that pretty consistently. But what was nice about it is when you wanted to get out of something or you're just done with it, you can, especially those last 10 miles. Don't ask me why, but it's always those last 10 miles. You know, me and Bev are ready to get wherever we're going, and that last 10 miles kills us. It's the hardest part about the day, those last 10 miles. And today is 52 miles from the Solomons Beacon Marina over to Annapolis. We're going to stay on the ball right in front of Annapolis today. That's our plan if we get there in time. If not, we'll just stay at the city marina. But they said that it's come in and it's first come first serve. And last night there was nobody on the mooring balls here at this in the Solomons. Man, that sunrise, it just doesn't get any better. Right now we're fighting a little current, getting out of the Solomons here. In a way, you can see that right here. And this is why we got up at 5:30 this morning, because of these currents right here. And you can see that the current was coming into the channel right here, and we'll slowly start to pick up speed here in a few minutes. So it's one of the reasons we left. We had a 5:30 a.m. Start. You guys want to say good morning to Daisy? Sorry, I lost internet there for a minute. I'm gonna go see Daisy. Good morning, Daisy. Good morning, Daisy. Say good morning to everybody. Huh? You're in your fort this morning, just cruising around?
Good girl.
All right, we'll get out on the deck.
Where's Hedgie?
Bev's at the helm.
Where's Hedgie? Good morning. Beautiful morning. Hopefully we
So like I was explaining earlier, see these current lines right here? Those currents, we want to follow that current. And that current will get stronger and stronger throughout the morning. And so I want to be in that current, especially in this, 1 mile and a 7-knot boat. That's what it's all about right there. That's sunrise. Who gets lucky enough to see that? You guys do, because you're sitting here and follow me. My God, that is beautiful. Just unbelievable. Here in the Chesapeake Bay, leaving the Solomons. Dreams do come true. If you dream it, you can have it. I'll tell you that right now. And I knew we'd do these early morning videos, but we're early morning people. We always have been. We go to bed fairly early. Last night I was probably in bed by 9 o'clock. I will tell you this, that Mark landed last night. Pete has got Southern Comfort up and going. It is in the water. All the systems have been fired up except the generator. Everything's checking out really, really good on it. And so we're getting excited to make that exchange. I think there's going to be some things about the Loop Princess that I'm going to absolutely miss. And I will walk around the boat more this morning, but I just can't take my eyes off that sunrise. It's just beautiful. Unbelievably beautiful. You guys going to work this morning. Enjoy your day at work. And keep dreaming. If you don't dream, you don't go anywhere. What's that, babe? No, I don't. Yeah, there is a few right beside you. We'll be in the crab traps here for a few minutes because of the we're in some shallow right now. But once we get off this shallow bank, the crab traps will disappear. Also, I was told that they're moving all the crab traps further north because down here there's too much salt in the water right now and the crabs don't like that salt. So if I got good cell service and a good internet service going into Annapolis, I plan on going live and that should be somewhere around lunchtime, maybe a little bit after lunch or right at lunchtime. We'll do that because it's going to be very, very emotional for me going into Annapolis. I can tell you that right now. And then I'm going to work on today while we're cruising. After I get the autopilot set, get our morning started. It's supposed to be light winds this morning, and then there's really supposed to die down to nothing. That's why another reason for our 5:30 departure this morning, not just to take advantage of the current, but also to really take advantage of the no wind situation. Yesterday, our crossing across the Potomac, we were super, super lucky. Just had a beautiful, beautiful crossing. They said that one could be really rough when that Potomac meets the Chesapeake, and we came across that, and it was just glass, just absolutely glass. So very, very lucky, very, very fortunate. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Have a nice day. Enjoy yourselves. And like I said, dream big, and big things will happen. Peace out. Look at the birds flying over there. Oh, just Bev's feeling so much better. I'm 100%. I would say Bev's about 90%. She's really close to being 100%. And it just makes a huge difference. And then we've had some really good weather, so it's made a huge, huge difference in the attitude on the boat. And look at that. All right, guys, again, I will catch back up with you as we're pulling into Annapolis. Have a nice day at work. Peace out. Thanks for watching. We surely do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Again, you're not going to see pretty bikinis and pretty ladies, but this is real life. Thank you.